Match the opposites. Okay, what we have to do is matching the opposites. We have to match the opposites. Let's do this exercise. Okay, match the opposites. Light. Okay, light means definitely the opposite is heavy. No? E is the right answer. Quiet. When you say quiet, the opposite. What's the opposite? Opposite is loud. No. When you say quiet, opposite is loud. Cheap. If it is cheap, the opposite is expensive. The answer is F. Cheap, expensive. Next one. Small. Small. The opposite is definitely big. That's an easy one. Thin. If it is thin, the opposite is thick. That's D. D is the thick. Slow. Slow. The opposite is fast. Slow. The opposite is fast. Right. Now let's look at this exercise as well. Look at the pictures, complete the sentences with some of the words from exercise 1. Okay, so in the exercise 1, there are words no, light, quiet, cheap, small, thin, slow, loud, big, fast, thick, heavy, expensive. So these words are there. Using some of these words, we need to complete these sentences. Let's see. Joe's car is big and slow. Yeah, here they are not using the comparative form because they are talking about only one car. Joe's car. They are talking about only one car. Since they are talking about only one car, we are not going to use the comparative form. We are going to use the simply the adjective will be used. Donna's car. Donna's car seems to be Donna's car is fast and small. No? Donna's car is small and fast. In that way also you can say, or else Donna's car is fast and small. Next one. This book is $500. Okay, so then we can use the word this book is expensive. This book is expensive and it's a big book. No, we can say heavy. This book is expensive and heavy. We are not using the comparative form. Why? Because we are not comparing two books. We are just talking about this book. Then we don't have to use the comparative form of the adjective. We have to simply use the adjective. This book is expensive and heavy. If you look at this one, this book is only $1. No, $1. Then it's a cheap one. This book is cheap. No, it's not expensive, it's cheap. And this book is light as well. This book is light. This book is light. This book is cheap and light. This book is cheap and light. Okay, so we are using those words to write sentences. Now let's look at the next one. Look at the pictures, then write sentences with the comparative form of the adjectives in parentheses. Okay, so when you say parentheses, parentheses means brackets, within brackets. Look at the pictures, then write sentences with the comparative form of the adjectives in parentheses. Okay, so we have to look at the pictures. These are the two pictures. Okay, these are the two pictures. This is a desktop and this is a laptop. This is a desktop and this is a laptop. So we need to write the comparative form of the adjectives and we need to write sentences. So the first sentence is written for us. The desktop computer is heavier than the laptop. Yeah, within brackets the word that they have given is heavy. So when you compare, you can say the desktop computer is heavier than the laptop. Big. Okay, which one is bigger? The desktop computer is bigger, no, than the laptop computer. Then we can say the desktop computer is bigger than the laptop. The desktop computer is bigger than the laptop. Let's increase the size a bit. Okay. The desktop computer is bigger than the laptop. So we can write this, the desktop computer is bigger than the laptop. Next one, old. Old is the word. Yeah. We can say the desktop computer is older than the laptop. The desktop computer is older than the laptop. Light, light. When we say light, I think the laptop is lighter. No, when we compare, laptop is lighter. Then we can say the laptop is lighter than the desktop computer. The laptop is lighter than the desktop computer. The laptop is lighter than the desktop computer. New. Okay, new. Comparative form. I think new. It's laptop is the newer one. No? Okay. Then we can say the laptop is newer. No. Comparative form of new is newer. The laptop is newer than the desktop computer. The laptop is newer than the desktop computer. The laptop is newer than the desktop computer. Small. Which one is small? Laptop is smaller. No? When you compare, laptop is smaller. Then we can say the laptop is smaller than the desktop computer. The laptop is smaller than the desktop computer. So you can see the laptop is smaller than the desktop computer. So we write the comparative form. These two products, if you look at it, desktop and the laptop, we can use these comparative words, heavy, adjectives, heavy, big, old, light, new, small. We can use the comparative form of all these adjectives to write sentences. Write sentences in the sense, compare these products. To compare these products, we have to use the comparative form of these adjectives and then write sentences. All right, let's look at this one. Circle the correct words to complete the email. Okay, so we have to circle the correct word to complete the email. Okay, let's see what's the email. To this person, from this person, subject is my new computer. Okay, so then let's look at the email. Okay, hi Matthew, no, I have a new computer. It's really nice. It's a laptop. So it's more small. No, no, we don't say, when we are comparing, we don't say more small, we say smaller. No, we say smaller. We don't say more small. More small, there is no comparative form as more small. It's smaller. It's smaller. Smaller than my old desktop computer. It's also faster, less fast. Students, which one is correct? Faster, no, the right form is faster. Faster, it's also faster, right? Students, before I tell you all the answers, can you all send me the correct answers for these questions? There are altogether 12 questions. You need to select the right answer. First one and two are done, already done. So what we have to do is start from the question number 3 and till question number 12, send me the answers in the Google chat, then we can discuss. Sakula, more expensive, cheaper, old, better, nice, small, light, more difficult, worse, bigger. Hmm. Let's see, Sakula. Can others also send the answers? Benudi, Harini. Yeah, while others are writing the answers, shall you look at the answer, students? Right, let's look at the answers. I have a new computer. It's really nice. It's a laptop. So it's smaller than my old desktop computer. It's also faster. It was more expensive. No, the comparative form is more expensive, not expensive. That's wrong. The correct comparative form is more expensive. It was more expensive, but that's okay. I love it. The computer store had a cheaper one, cheaper laptop, not less cheap. Less cheap is not the comparative form of the word cheap, it's cheaper. The computer store had a cheaper laptop, but it was very old, but it was very old. So now here we are talking about only this cheaper laptop. We are not comparing it with anything else, right? So because of that, we have to simply say old. We are not comparing it with anything else. In that case, you can't use the comparative form. You have to simply use the adjective. But it was very old. Here we are talking about only this cheap laptop. Okay, so this is a cheap laptop. So we are talking about only about that. In that case, you can't use the comparative form. You have to simply say, but it was very old. The computer store had a cheaper laptop, but it was very old. My laptop is better than that one. So here we are comparing. Since we are comparing here, we have to use the comparative form, that is better. My laptop is better than that one. My laptop is better than that one. Since we are comparing here, we have to use the comparative form better. My laptop is better than that one. Next one. Or I have a new cell phone too. I have a new cell phone too. It's nicer than my old phone. Okay, so here it's a comparative form. Since it is the comparative form, we have to use nicer. It's nicer than my old phone. It's pretty uh, small and it's extremely light. Okay, so here we are talking about only that phone. We are talking about this new cell phone, only about new cell phone. Here it's spoken, right? Then since they are not comparing, it's pretty small and it's extremely light. It's extremely light. So here they are not comparing. Here they are talking about only the new cell phone. Since they are not comparing, we should not use the comparative form of the adjective. Instead, we have to simply use the adjective. Or I have a new cell phone too. It's nicer than my old phone. So here they are comparing than the old phone. They are comparing. Since they are comparing, we have used the comparative form. It's pretty small and it's extremely light. So here they are not comparing. Since they are not comparing, we are not going to use the comparative form. How are you? How are your Spanish classes? Are they more difficult than your classes last year? Okay, so here they are comparing your classes last year and the new Spanish classes. Then is the comparative form so difficult? The comparative form of the word difficulty is more difficult. Are they more difficult than your classes last year? My English class is bad, worse than my class last year. Okay, so here also they are comparing. So if they are comparing, then we have to use the comparative form of the adjective. So then my English class is worse than my class last year. The teacher is pretty friendly, but the class is bigger than the one last year. Okay, so here also they are comparing than the one last year. So they are comparing with the one that they had last year. In that case, we have to use the comparative form. We have to say bigger. The teacher is pretty friendly, but the class is bigger than the one last year. Okay, I have a new computer. It's really nice. It's a laptop, so it's smaller than my old desktop computer. It's also faster. It was more expensive, but that's okay. I love it. The computer store had a cheaper laptop, but it was very old. My laptop is better than that one. Oh, I have a new cell phone too. It's nicer than my old phone. It's pretty small and it's extremely light. How are you? How are your Spanish classes? Are they more difficult than your classes last year? My English class is worse than my class last year. The teacher is pretty friendly, but the class is bigger than the one last year. Right soon, Cassandra. Okay, so in all these examples, in all these exercises, we are learning as to how to use the comparative form of adjectives. Comparative form of adjectives. Okay, let's look at this one. Complete the conversation with the comparative form of the correct adjective. Okay, so we need to complete this conversation with the comparative form of the correct adjective. Comparative form. Okay, so let's look at this picture. There are two printers and there are two people here, one guy and one girl. They are talking about these two printers. This printer is Excite Excel is the printer's name, I guess, and this one is Target 1000. That's the printer's name. Okay, let's see. The words that they have given are cheap, new, quite, small. Okay, let's see. Clerk. Hello, can I help you? Okay, so it seems like this is the clerk and this is the customer. That's how it seems like. Hello, can I help you? Yoko. Yes, please. I want to buy a new printer. Okay, this person wants to buy a new printer. This is Yoko, I guess. Okay, these two printers are great. The Target 1000 and the Excite XL. Yeah, so there are two printers. One is the Target 1000 and the other one is the Excite XL. Yoko, which printer is smaller? Okay, so they are comparing. Which printer is smaller? Smaller means comparison. Comparison. There are two printers. They are comparing. Which printer is smaller? The Target 1000. The Target 1000 is smaller. No, that is smaller than the Excite XL. Yeah, so when you look at these two printers, Target 1000 is smaller than the Excite XL. The Excite XL is very big. Yeah, that is very big. No? So this Target 1000 is smaller. Comparative form is smaller. This is smaller compared to Excite XL. The Target 1000 is smaller. Yoko. Okay, again she has asked a question. We have to write the question now. The Target 1000 space the Excite XL. It's only $120. Okay. Now here they are talking about the price, no? Huh? Price. Now here they have given the word cheaper. Okay. Then we can say which printer is cheaper. We can ask like that, no? Which printer is cheaper? Which printer is cheaper? The Target 1000 is cheaper than the Excite XL. The Target 1000 is cheaper than the Excite XL. It's only $120. It's only $120. So you can see we can use the question. We can write the question in this way: which printer is cheaper? They have given the word cheap here, no? So we can use the comparative form because there are two printers. So we can ask cheaper. Which printer is cheaper? The Target 1000 is cheaper than the Excite XL. So the answer has to be the Target 1000 is cheaper than the Excite XL. It's only $120. So the Target 1000 is only $120. Right. Next one. Again, the question we have to write. Oh, the Excite XL space the Target 1000. The Target 1000 is pretty loud. The Target 1000 is pretty loud, it seems. Then loud means then we can use the word quiet, no? Okay, then let's write which printer is quieter. Which printer is quieter? No, we are using the comparative form. Quiet means there is no much noise. Which printer is quieter? Oh, the Excite XL is quieter than the Excite XL is quieter than the Target 1000, the printer. The Excite XL is quieter than the Target 1000. The Target 1000 is pretty loud. Okay, so that is very loud. The Target 1000 is pretty loud. So because of that, we can write the sentence in this way. Oh, the Excite XL is quieter than the Target 1000. The last one. Space is there. The Excite XL space the Target 1000 is a year old. Okay. Okay, thanks. I want to buy the Excite XL. So they are talking about the old. Then what's the word that is given here? New. Okay. We can use the word new, adjective new. Okay. Then let's ask which printer is newer? Which printer is newer? Which printer is newer? The Excite XL is new. The Excite XL is new, or we can say Excite XL is newer. Uh, Excite XL is newer. The Target 1000 is a year old. Okay, the new one is the Excite Excel. Okay, thanks. I want to buy the Excite Excel. So this person wants to buy the Excite Excel. So here also we use the comparative form. There are two printers, so we are comparing the Target 1000 and the Excite Excel. These two printers we have compared now, and there was a conversation. We have written questions as well as the answers using the comparative form of adjectives. Okay, let's look at the next exercise, students. Okay. Write sentences about the pictures. Use the comparative form of the adjectives. Okay, now we need to write sentences about the pictures, and we have to use the comparative form of the adjectives. Okay, so this is a bicycle. How much is this bicycle? $1,500. This is a bike. This is a motorbike. How much is the motorcycle? How much is this? This is $4,000. Okay, within brackets they have given the adjectives, or the within parentheses they have given the adjectives. Now we have to write sentences. The bicycle is smaller than the motorcycle. Okay, small is the adjective that is given. Then we have written the sentence, the bicycle is smaller than the motorcycle. Expensive. Okay, then we can write, the motorcycle is more expensive than the bicycle. The motorcycle is more expensive than the bicycle. The motorcycle is more expensive than the bicycle. Next three sentences, students. Can you all write on your own and send me the answers in the Google chat? Mutuli has written the answers. The motorcycle is heavier than the bicycle. Bicycle is quieter. Quieter spelling is incorrect, Mutuli. Bicycle is quieter than motorcycle. Motorcycle is faster than bicycle. Yeah, the motorcycle is faster than the bicycle. You can see the bicycle and the motorcycle. And we are talking about these two motorcycles and these two motorcycle and the bicycle only. So in that case, since we know about which bicycle and motorcycle we are talking about, we need to use the bicycle, the motorcycle. The is important. Can others also write the answers, students? Right, Harini has written the answer. Sakula Benudi. Yeah, students, the answers are correct. Right? Okay, let's go. Heavy. Which one is heavy? Motorcycle, no? Okay, let me say the motorcycle is heavier than the bicycle. No, the motorcycle is heavier than the bicycle. Next one, quiet. Quiet is bicycle. No? You can say the bicycle is quieter than the motorcycle. The bicycle is quieter than the motorcycle. Then fast. Fast is the motorcycle. No? The motorcycle is faster than the bicycle. The motorcycle is faster than the bicycle. Okay. What's your opinion? Okay. Now they want to know about our opinion. Our opinion. Ape adahasa. Opinion. Opinion means ape adahasa. What's your opinion? Write sentences about the pictures in exercise 6. Use the comparative form of the adjectives. Okay. So about these pictures, we need to write sentences. These are our opinion. Our opinion. Nice, good. These are the two adjectives that we have to use. Nice. I would say this is my opinion. Your opinion might be different. The motorcycle is nicer than the bicycle. The motorcycle is nicer than the bicycle. The motorcycle is nicer than the bicycle. Good. I prefer the bicycle actually. So I would say the bicycle is better than the motorcycle in terms of health. The bicycle is better than the motorcycle in terms of health. But if you look at the speed, if you look at the convenience, if you look at those stuff, if you look at the number of work that we can get done, when you look at all those stuff, actually the motorcycle is better. But in terms of health, the bicycle is better than the motorcycle. That's why I have written it as the bicycle is better than the motorcycle. Hmm? Okay.